Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Shelly and I am a scrapbooker. And today we're going to be scrapbooking some photos of my niece and nephew as they play on a water slide. So the photos that I have chosen, they're actually from two different days, and they have some at the church. They have some play days sometimes, and they'll rent these water slides. And these are from about 2 weeks apart. One of them was like the end of school, and I think the other one was right before they went to summer camp, or yeah, summer church camp or something like that. So I believe that the slide is the same. I do not know if I'm going to use this photo or not. It is of the slide, but I don't know where I would put it. So I'm going to hang on to it for now, but I don't know that I'm going to use it for sure. Now, the paper collection that I'm going to be using is Poolside Paradise. I got this one during the summer this year, or 2025, and it's a really beautiful collection. I knew that it was pretty, but as I've been looking through it just now, it is really, really pretty and has some great embellishments. But I got it knowing that I was going to be doing scrapbooking some of these photos. Now, I got the whole collection, so it came with sticker sheets, it came with the matte pack, it came with the embellishment pack, and this punch. And maybe I think it may have come, did it come with this one? I have this one as well. I don't know. I got a couple of them out, but I know that it came with another piece, I'm pretty sure at least. And then it also has a project playbook. Now, I'm going to kind of treat this as one double page layout instead of two separate projects, even though they are from two separate days. They can go side by side in the album. So that is what I am planning to do. And I think that I might actually see if I can use one of the Project Playbook projects and adapt it to fit my photo. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Here are the sticker sheets. There's two different, there's like the pool splashy side of this, and then there's the adults hanging out, in a more adult situation, drinks and stuff like that. So I obviously am going to be leaning more towards the make a splash and not the swim and sip type of scenario for this layout. Now, for my papers, these are the photos here. Now, this is from one day. This actually, I've changed this photo a little bit. I'm going to cover up this face here. This photo had another child in it, but I don't know who they are, and they're not related to me, and I can't show them on my YouTube channel. So I decided to crop this photo to I did like the splashy bits down here in the photo, but since this is also my niece and it has the splashy bits, I decided that it was okay to crop it with just her in it. And I may end up having to crop them into squares as well. So these are from the first day, these are from the second day, but again, I think it's even the same slide. So I'm just going to treat them as kind of one project. Now, paper-wise, there are a couple that we can choose from. Well, let's look at our project recipes first, our project playbook first. So this one doesn't really apply. It's more of the adults hanging out by the pool vibe. This one is okay. I like the use of the punch there, and it has the two-page spread, but it's more swimming pool with a tile, and I want more of a splashy type of vibe. I like this one. Now, this is a one-page layout. This one is also a one-page layout, but I think that I like this one, and I want to see if we can adapt it into a two-page spread. So this side over here already kind of works. My photos are not these are squares, and this one is a little bit smaller. 4x3 and 4x4 and 4x4. So I may have to finagle that a little bit to get it to fit because there is a frame style layout on here. This side over here, I think I'm just going to kind of line them up on this same plane and put them side by side and then, match them to each other that way. So I think that I'm going to go with this layout for the moment. So I'm just going to sit this over to the side. Now, paper-wise, there are quite a few options. There's this option, and it matches pretty good. There are the bubbles, and the bubbles are lighter, and these photos do pop a, a lot on here, but I don't know. I don't know if I like the different tones in the blues. I like this one better. There's also this um, with the words, the splash, float, and fun, sun soaked, and stuff like that. And then there's this that's just like the sun reflecting on top of the water, but this has got a much more teal vibe to it. And then there's this, but it doesn't really give me the right feeling. However, on the back of this, I do like this print here, but it's the wrong color. But on the back of this print is the same print, but a better color scheme. So I think I might want to go with this. It's already in that frame style scenario. I don't know about keeping the tile on it though. I may cut that off because it's not in our project, uh, whatever it's going on in our project. And then, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna lay this down here for the moment and then put the rest of this paper up. So let's put these two, come here, come here, come here, on the mat side by side. All right, and then let's see here. There is another child in this photo, but even looking close up, you cannot tell who she is. So I am just leaving her there for now. I'm gonna sit that up to the side for right now. And then these may not fit, so I'm gonna have to trim these two into more of a square shape, but she will be in the middle of both of them, so I think that will work in order to fit, and then it will go better with our layout anyway. Let's see, how did they? Where's the side for that paper? Yeah, they cut off all four edges of that paper as well. So that is what I am planning to do. All right, let's see here. Do we want to use a white piece of paper or do we want to use this blue piece of paper? This is the light blue. I do like the blue. That is this baby blue. Gonna depend on what other papers we choose and whether or not they coordinate with the baby blue. For now, I like it. I'm gonna keep it here. Now, let's see my photos. These I'm gonna have to trim down some. So I have this one and this one. I love that picture. And then he's never just going down like he's supposed to on his bottom. He's just flying through the air like he's on a trapeze or something. All right, let's trim these into a square maybe. This is 6 inches, and then that's 4. If I do an inch off, all right, see how much better that fits? Yes, I like that. We are going to have to do some matting to separate the photos from the background, but I do like that. And then I want these to be on the same level there. Now, on our project, it shows a piece going across the middle, and then they've put a border on the bottom. They've done some decorating, which, I tend to go off in my own direction when it comes to the decorating. But let's see about this piece of paper across the middle. Well, you don't want to do the blue on the blue. And the back is drinks, which is not appropriate. We could do the words across, or we could use the same one that they used, and that is the floats and sunglasses and stuff. It's not entirely appropriate with what's going on, but it may be the most appropriate. So those are the two. Because this is fruit, like in a cocktail, and tiles. So one of these two is going to be the best choice, probably. Now I could use the punch on one of them to give it a decorative piece. Mhm. I do like this one. The colors are a little bit different though. See how these are very vibrant and these are kind of muted? I actually like these colors better, but that's not what's on my photos. Let me dig into some of my other collections and see if we have something fun that's a little bit more bright. No, I don't find anything that's better than this one. So we may just have to go with this. We could do the dark. What if we did the dark? You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and cut this one. What did they say? 4 inches. So let's give it a go. I mean, worst case scenario, I have ruined a piece of paper. So this would go across the page like this. Everything's very blue, very, very blue. Okay, so I didn't make you watch it, but I went down a path. I went a long way down a path that did not work. I decided that I was going to use the sunglasses border maker cartridge to do a border and color it with my Copic markers. And I started that project. I got kind of far into that project, but it just wasn't working. Something about it I did not like. So, oops, I'm just dragging all kinds of stuff out here. So I abandoned that. And I'm not going to make you watch that happen, but there was a time when this was going to be going along the borders here, but I didn't like it. It just wasn't working. So I'm like, all right, well, we have to go in another direction. Now, during that, whatever you want to call it, side quest, I did mat my photos. So, and I just matted them on white. And I think that really helps because, right now, currently everything's blue, blue, blue. And so I want my photos to pop up off the blue. Um, so I matted them just, 1/4 inch total. So I guess an eighth of an inch around each side in white. Now, I do need something else has to go on here other than just this blue on blue on blue. So I think what I want to do is try to use this bubble punch and come up with a border just to go along the bottom. So what I want to do is cut a piece and then we will cut it and flip it over and cut another one. So it has the bubbles on the top and the bottom. All right, I need my spare piece of paper again. For some reason, I always like to hold them in the air. I think it's so that I can see better without having to have head right down over the top of them, but it doesn't work better that way. So I need to stop that. Let's see here. All right, so I want to duplicate that. I want these bubbles to kind of be close to each other. So I'm going to say, I know this is very, okay, we're going to do a little pinch right there. Got it. And then, so it would have been like a little less than 2.75. 2.75 might have worked, but this is a little less than 2.75. 7. We'll see if this works. So we're going to slide this out of the way. And then go now. To get this first one in the right spot, I am going to look down in here. Pretty good, right? Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then I can take my little sheet of paper, dump all that in the trash can. What I usually do is just do it here, and then I have to get all the little bits and pieces. All right, so let me take my scissors, have these fussy cut scissors out. I'm just gonna trim that off. And I think I want to put it along this bottom border that I want my photos to go over the top. Got stuff everywhere, y'all. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. I like that. So I need to cut one more of these. Okay, I have my second one cut. And it's going to go along the bottom here too. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these pieces of paper down, but before I do, I want to ink the edges. So I just went through my stash of ink and I pulled out this little prize ribbon, distress ink. I need to test it and make sure that it looks okay. Let's flip this over. Yeah, it's dark, but that's what I want. So I'm not going to I'm not trying to distress it. I just want to ink it. So I'm not going to go on I don't want it all over the piece of paper. I just want my edge to not be white. Okay. Oh, there's one more piece. I have decided that I want to use this as a sort of small title, but I didn't, I love It's this weird inner conflict. I love it whenever they laser cut them so that these pieces are cut out, but then I don't like it when I lay it over something and parts of it you can see through one thing and parts of it you can see through something else. So then I end up backing them all with white paper to completely defeat the purpose of them doing the laser cut. But that's what I've done again. So I took this piece, traced it on a white piece of paper, and then cut out around it a little bit on the inside of the line. And but that's hard to get just right. So in case there's some little spots where there's white sticking out, so you can see a little bit of the edge, I'm just going to ink the edges of this to disguise that if it's there. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna put these pieces of paper in place. So let's put this piece here. I may have trimmed it a little weird. Okay, and then we're going to use my ruler here and put it at the 1 inch mark. And then use it to line up my paper. Very handy, very handy. All right, so our pieces, I have these bubbles, and I think I know what I might want to do with them. I'm not sure. I think I want to put this piece over here. It is a little bit, you can't see it as much on the camera, at least from what I can see. I can see my what I'm recording on my computer. They look like they match a little bit better than they actually do in real life. It kind of has a more of a turquoise tint to it, and this is more of a true blue, but I think that it's okay. I think I like it. I like the circularness of it as well. And then I want to put this guy over here, I think, but I want to pop him up on some foam I know some people don't use this much adhesive, but I do. I'm fine with it. All right, so I think this is going to go like right here. Splash, bash. All right. Now, I thought about putting this, I would have to chop it into pieces. Along this center piece is like an extra layer, so bubbles on top of bubbles. But I don't have enough to do all the way across because I only have this. So I would really only be able to do like, in these empty spots. I don't know that I want to do that though. Okay, so I need something else that's not blue. I don't know if I want to necessarily introduce new colors because I got plenty of colors here in the photos. I got the orange and the greens over here, green, and then this kind of a pale yellow. Like, let's look through our stuff again. We have the stickers. I do have these where I cut that piece of paper up while you guys weren't looking. Um, and then I have the mat stack and this embellishment pack. I need something else. Let's see. In here are birds and floats, pool vibes. See, this doesn't work. Poolside Paradise. Yeah, see, none of this is going to work. And then this, is there anything in here? Nope, there's no really anything that I can. It's mostly backgrounds with words, no pieces that I could like cut out. It's what I'm looking for, something I could fussy cut. I could fussy cut some of these, and I have the stickers. Let's see if the stickers will solve this problem that I'm having. All right, so we have bubbles, but those are blue. We have drinks, and there's a float. It's green. It might be okay. Maybe I can cut out some of these. I'm going to give it a go and see how it works. I'm back. I've been a bit on a deep dive of exploration. Okay, so first of all, with sticker sheets, I did have this one floaty here, but it's green and I did want some variety in color. And these sunglasses, I might still use the sunglasses. Okay. But I fussy cut a bunch of these floats out here in a variety of colors that I can use. And then I went on a deep dive into my stash. I looked through all my creative memories stuff first. As I've mentioned before, I do not have a massive stash of creative memory stuff. I have stuff that I bought sporadically over the years and then more seriously for the last about 2 years or so. I did pull out this sun soaked, just wanted to see what was in the embellishment pack. If there might be anything that I can use. I'm looking for something like it's a big pair of sunglasses, sun soaked fun. I do like this sunshine. There's another sunshine. This stuff isn't really appropriate. All right. So I have the sunshine options. I will keep those out. Then I went through, I have a pocket, one of these kinds of pockets, that is just filled with miscellaneous sticker sheets. Oop, let me look here and see what we got here. No sunglasses. Sun soaked, that's cute. All right. Um, that's just filled with sticker sheets from collections that I've had, over the years. So, and I pulled out two. These are not creative memories. Um, this one is by Photo Play, and it just has some summery, beachy themed things that I might be able to use. I'm not sure yet. And then this one is just called Summer Fun, and it has a couple pairs of sunglasses. You know, maybe we'll see. Those are just some that I pulled out. Okay, so let's see about our embellishing. Do I want to add? I can add the sun to one of these. That's cute. Let me put this one aside. I do like the idea of it being over here on this circle though. Oops. That's kind of cute. Can't have them both though. Maybe over here. Probably I will use one of those suns, so I'm going to leave that. And then I have the floaty things. Let's see. I wish I had a big one, but I don't. I have this float that this is that battle of it's appropriate because it's a float, but they didn't have floats. This is so I sometimes I battle with myself on that, like where I'm too literal. I am pretty literal. So, but I'm okay with that. I don't really have a crisis. I think that there's no rules, and if you want to be like, hey, I'm just going to slap a unicorn on here, even though it doesn't have anything to do with anything, good for you. But I'm not that person. Summer fun. It's pink. I don't have any other pink. Totally fun. I do like these sunglasses. That's kind of fun. Some flip-flops, those are fun. Okay. Let's see if we can tuck these in here. Okay, so I think I like where we're going here. I do need some more little bits, but what I was thinking of is what if I took some of these circles that cut out whenever we did the punches and used them as the bubbles that they are. I put it all in this little trash can, so I'm like, oh, maybe I could pick some of those little guys out. Okay, I'm gonna take my wax tool. You could use your pickup tool, and then you just place them around like bubbles. Let's see, place some bubbles here. So thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. Um, I really do like how this page turned out. Again, this is using mostly the Poolside Paradise collection. Uh, as of the filming of this video, the paper collection, the sticker sheet, this Border Maker Punch, and the album are still available. This does not go here. I did steal a couple of pieces like this sunshine and these flip-flops from my stash. I did a little bit of fussy cutting, but I think everything turned out, I think it turned out fun. And again, if you are looking to purchase anything from Creative Memories and you do not have your own advisor already, I would love it if you shopped through me. There will be a link to my Creative Memories shop in the description box below. Um, Thank you so much for watching this video, and for those of you who have subscribed and given me thumbs up. It really does help me since I am new to YouTube, and I appreciate you for that. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments down below, or you could contact me directly. And again, thank you, and I'll see you in next Thursday's video. Bye bye.